enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll begin here with a run to Charbonnet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. There's Charbonnet once again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration set to 100. Subtitle scales the volume of the menu narration.
To get the 3rd down conversion.
JSN, as he's known everywhere around the league, was the Offensive Player of the Year in 2025 with nearly 1,800 yards receiving. Why is he so dominant? Terrific combination of route running and hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now Milton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Milton. That is caught. That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On first down, here's Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down, at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. He'll buy some time right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
He was brought down by Max Melton. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra injury.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Milton. They'll try and set up the screen to Love. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
And the Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he takes this out right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Cardinals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, That gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And now an audible here into something else. Staying on the ground, it's Love. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Vikings, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try the left side here with Love. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead. Now Ryland for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Seahawks nothing. Jack Ryland to kick off.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Smith and Jigba in motion right. Second and 14. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They're going to look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
A lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Liking 18.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinals.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Come on. Hey.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cardinals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Let's go now.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. That's quickly out to Harrison. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Marvin Harrison Jr. 11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? Guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Cougar 19. Hey, smash Bronco.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready? Go.
Here's Love again. Touchdown, Cardinals! A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Cards are able to add on to that lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
Zach Charbonnet, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 20.
Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 172 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a give running right is Love. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there but couldn't get much further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd and 3.
Here we go, set. Cowboy, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Get wide. Hurt. Rig alert.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Second and a yard.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
Throwing is Milton. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To throw is Milton. He'll get this out to Love. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a first and goal.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll go with a push. And that's going to get him closer, but no first down. And just a short pickup there. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on third down?
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Shot alert, shot alert.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. 3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
To throw, it's Milton. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here's Milton now to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on third down, Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there, 49 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for two.
The Seahawks will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get into the end zone for two. And they're back within two scores. Down 15 now.
15.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field. And we are ready to rock. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to two scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Love. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 50, trap 50. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Milton. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They turn to Love on the handoff.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
He was close to flooring with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Here we go. 70 Lions, 19 Lions, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Walter Nolan. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now it's the backup Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken at the 46. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. On the carry, it's Love. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 198 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Milton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They'll run with Love. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
Off to Wilson it goes on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
So on fourth down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and 10.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 42-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Milton.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're taking it right down Broadway. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Now Myers for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Cardinals 33, Seahawks 22.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Get it. Crack all 80.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
65, 65.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
3rd and 7.
Ready? 19, Charger, 19.
A lot more was on the line in this one.